Cool things I learned about Seattle in the Library of Congress's digital collections, part 241. I found out that the Library of Congress has a huge collection of letters, plans, and other documents from the Olmsted Brothers firm. The Olmsted Brothers were like the coolest landscape architects. They designed a bunch of park systems for entire cities like Birmingham, Portland, Oregon, and even Seattle. Most of Seattle's notable parks were envisioned and designed by the Olmsted Brothers firm. Parks like Volunteer Park, Seward Park, Woodland Park, and even the Arboretum. John Olmsted came to Seattle to see what was beautiful, and in his comprehensive plan, he recommends that the primary aim should be to secure and preserve these advantages of water and mountain views, and of woodlands well distributed and conveniently located. Lots of the land and parks he surveyed at the time in 1903 were private parks. This included Ravenna Park, which was owned at the time by William and Louise Beck. Olmsted recommended Ravenna Park be added to the Seattle Park system, as its deep ravine and old forest had been better preserved than any other piece of land in the city. The trees in Ravenna Park were ignored by loggers at the time, which is what allowed them to grow so large. They were so big that Louise Beck would name them and host these naming ceremonies. This is an invitation that she sent to Olmsted for the christening of Roosevelt, which was the largest fir tree in the state. This was one of many trees that she named. Other trees were named Paderewski after a famous pianist that was coming to Seattle the next week. Pan, McDowell, Robert E. Lee, Siamese twins, and Adam. I want to know if this tree still exists and if I can find it. We're gonna go out and go to the park. It's the largest fir tree in the state. Surely it would be easy to find. I'm seeing a lot of trees, but they all feel like regular sized trees, at least here in Seattle, regular. It's gone. The tree isn't here anymore. I can't find it anywhere. So it turns out after the city acquired the park, people started noticing that these giant name trees were disappearing. And William Beck, the original owner of Ravenna Park, tried to make some inquiries about where these trees were going and why they were being cut down. And the city said it was because these trees were rotting and they were very dangerous to everybody, which was weird because only a few years ago, the trees were evaluated to be in perfectly fine health. I guess if I want to see a named tree, I gotta find a little tree and name it myself. She had a great tree hunt. She's still looking for the tree. Is this a tree? Nope, that's a dandelion. Is this a tree? That's a tree.